ground which didst weaken the nations. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Sounds familiar? As you read the same thing in 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, I will be like the Most High. So basically he's taking on the position as if he is the Most High. He painted himself to be the Most High, alright, during the time of the Renaissance, where you had this guy Rodrigo Borgia basically set up his son. He commissioned Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo to paint his son Rodrigo Borgia, Caesar Borgia, or Cesare Borgia, alright, to be the so-called son of God, alright, or Jesus Christ, alright. That's why you see that face, alright. God is white, the angels are white, the Lord is white, the saints are white, alright, the Egyptians are white, alright. That's why he says he'll be like God, okay. He wants to set himself up to be God, alright. It says, verse 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Alright, so he's going to go from his position of rulership in his heaven to hell, alright. I mean, he's going to be brought down low, alright. His pomp and his pride and his power is going to go down to the grave, alright, because he's going to go from hunk to punk real quick, like one of the brothers said in my camp, alright. He's going to be ruled over instead of ruling, okay. Let me scroll down. Verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, and did shake kingdoms? Alright, what's that talking about? These guys say that, well, if they're in hell, what are we going to have some... I'm not saying it verbatim the way it said it, but we're going to have some... How are we going to see them? But if this is the grave, how are we going to look upon this man and see him doing this and that, or whatever the hell they said? Alright, this is talking about us ruling over Esau, alright, and the other nations. That's what it's talking about. He's going to be brought down low to the level of a slave, alright, which is set up that way in the beginning when Jacob and Esau were born, okay? Before they even came out of the womb, it was set up that way, okay? So that's what it's talking about. It has nothing to do with a place called hell. You guys are sadly mistaken, alright? Now, and while I was watching that video, just laughing, alright, and looking, and I was just like, what the hell are these guys talking about? Okay? That's what they're talking about. The white man going from his position in his heaven to hell, alright? From a position of rulership to a position of slavery, okay? That's why it says his pomp will go down to the grave, because when he gets broken down into a level of a slave, he's not going to be proud. All that pride is going to go straight out the window, all right? Because the ones who he oppressed are going to be the ones oppressing him, all right? It says verse 17. I'm going to read verse 16 again. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, and saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? So we're going to look at this asshole. This dog, alright, this base man is the one that made the earth to tremble, alright, that did shake kingdoms. What's that talking about, made the earth to tremble? He's the one that he's the only man that has actually used the atomic bomb on another nation, alright, for no damn reason. Just dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, alright, fat man and little boy, okay, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. What's that talking about? In America, alright, we have what? Between 5 and 10% of the world's population, but over 25% of the world's prison population. And guess how many, guess what the majority of those prisoners are? Jake. Okay? They don't let any of the prisoners out, all right? They make it. They try to, whenever it comes to Jake, they try to throw them under throw the book at them, all right? Make sure they can keep them locked up as long as possible. Okay? So that's what it's talking about. That's what it's talking about. All right, it's not talking about hell, as in you go and burn. And I'm gonna keep repeating that after every time we break down a verse or a series of verses. I'm gonna keep saying that, okay? Because the so-called lesson you guys made, it was just that, so-called. All right, it wasn't actually a lesson. Okay, so now let's go to Matthew 10 and 28, which this is the scripture these guys are so swagged up about. One of these guys, one of them said that's that castor. He said, and I quote, that's that castor oil scripture right there. No, you don't you mean Castro oil, dummy? Guy, you can't even spell right. You gonna talk shit like that? All right, get your ass out of here. All right. So let's read this. Then I'm gonna ask a couple questions after I read this verse. All right. This is Matthew 10 verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Okay, so first what we're going to do is look at the definition of the word soul and body. Alright, we're going to look at both definitions. Alright, first we're going to go into soul. Okay, let me open up a tab. Alright, and play the audio. This is for the word soul in the Greek.
Strong's G 5590. Psyche. Psyche.
Psyche, or how you say it now, would be psyche. Okay, so I'm going to read some of these definitions. It says here, 1, breath. A, the breath of life. 1, the vital force which animates the body and shows itself in breathing. Alright, which we'll be talking about your spirit. A, of animals. B, of men. B, life. C, in that in which there is life. 1, a living being. That's the point right there. We're gonna get into that. That's the point I'm hinging on. A living being. Alright? A living soul. Okay? 2, the soul. A, the seat of feelings, desires, affections, aversions, our heart, soul, etc. Alright, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna read on that. So we're gonna come back to this, a living being. Alright, and like I said, I've got a couple questions for y'all. Alright, now we're gonna go to body real quick. Let's go to body.
Strong's G 4983. Soma. Soma.
Alright, the soma, and the definition is pretty simple. It says the body both of men or animals, a dead body or corpse, the living body of animals, the bodies of planets and stars, heavenly bodies. We all know we're talking about in this scripture, talking about this right here, the body of men. Okay, so now I got a couple questions for y'all. Alright, now it says, fear not him which can kill the body, but let me read it. Let me go back. Matthew 10 and 28. It says here, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Now, like I said, according to the scriptures, there is no place burning in hell, place where you go to burn in hell for eternal judgment. Okay? Now you read this scripture, if you're not studying, alright, if you're not spiritual, it's going to go right over your head, and then you're going to be thinking, oh, there's such thing called hell. So wait a minute. If the definition of soul right here is psyche, which is talking about your spirit, okay? If let me say it like this. If the definition of soul right there is talking about your spirit, okay? And it says he's able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Now, according to the scriptures, spirit is pure energy. What proves that? Let me go real quick. Let me back it up with the scriptures. It's Hebrews. I forget which, I believe it's Hebrews 1. So just bear with me for 1 second. Yeah, there it is. Hebrews 1 and 7. and of the